Hi, I'm Noah Bombard, digital content editor with the Telegram and Gazette, and I'm here with our musical guest, Sam James, who was revealed to the nation with NBC's The Voice. Of course, here in Worcester, we've known Sam for a lot longer than that. He's been a local music favorite. Sam, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about how your life, if in fact it has changed at all, both musically and your career and personally, since you were on The Voice.
You know, I mean, especially being from Worcester, which is, you know, it's a large place, but it seems like everybody knows everybody. And like you said, I was playing here for years before, and life definitely has changed. I mean, you know, a lot more touring and a lot more offers for different gigs, and not necessarily better, but a little bigger. You know, I always stay true to my roots. So, you know, like literally, I flew home on a Tuesday night from The Voice, and Wednesday night I played at the Banner. So, you know, it's one of those things that, like, I think I'll always continue to do when I come back and forth. And
well, it's an interesting point, because a lot of times when people start to get, you know, that notoriety on the national stage, they kind of disappear from the local scene. So, you know, you're playing a couple places this weekend. You're going to be at the Lucky Dog.
Yeah.
Can we expect to kind of continue to see you there if your success continues to grow?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously, like, in terms of, you know, any artist, like, you don't want to oversaturate any market. Yeah. So, you know, the thing for me is, you know, I'm proud to be from Worcester, and I'm not going to disappear. Definitely not. You know, we did Mechanics Hall on Monday, which was fantastic with Gavin DeGraw and Andy Grammer, and it was nice to have a warm reception there, for sure. And we're going to do Lucky Dog tomorrow night, Friday, and, you know, just keep it going. I figured, you know, while I'm here for the week, let's do a whole week of local shows.
Yeah. Now, a lot of times musicians are asked what their influences are. I'm going to ask you that, but I also want to know who are your influences locally as well.
Oh, absolutely. You know, on a bigger scale, I would say my influences are definitely Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Paul Simon. My dad was a music nut, so still is, and I grew up listening to records all day and all night. I think, like, I've heard Blood on the Tracks, Dylan, maybe a million times, and I've worn it out a million times myself. So locally, you know, a huge inspiration. Actually, he plays drums in my band now, which is great. Is Duncan Arsenault is a huge part of this music scene in Worcester. You know, he's from Dive Thursdays, where it's the most top caliber musicians in New England all come together to jam, to the Curtain Society, which was one of his first bands, to just the projects go on and on. New record he has out called The Marshall Pass. Him and another big inspiration for me was Scott Ricciuti. He was a dear friend and a great songwriter. He passed away this year, unfortunately. But, you know, he gave me a lot of interesting words to live by, for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your experience on The Voice. Was there anything surprising about when you went there and performed? What didn't you expect?
Well, I think The Voice, nothing will really ever prepare you for that, I don't think. You know, it's one thing I've played in front of crowds of 10,000 to 10 people, and nothing prepares you for The Voice. It's, first of all, you're being judged. So that's one thing in itself. But I mean, the stage is pretty big, and there's just cameras flying around your head like all the time, and they want to capture every little moment. Right. And so when they go to edit it, they can pick and choose the best things. And you know, that was surprising to me. The amount of actual footage that we have as to what you see on TV, I think, was the most surprising to me.
Well, the interesting thing about that is you were eliminated, but you were one of the kind of breakout successes from the show, despite the fact, you know, it's just being on the show. I mean, sometimes you kind of wonder, you know, being chosen, is that really all that, or is it just a matter of kind of having the chance to make an impression on a national stage and get the kind of reviews that you got?
That's an interesting question, and an interesting point too. I think a lot of times artists on these shows, the reason why you don't hear a lot about them, I think, first of all, everybody that was on that show from, you know, all 150 people that they chose out of 100,000 to go in front of the coaches for blind auditions, we're all super talented. And then especially like the top 64 of us that made teams, everybody could have a huge career. It's all like very talented singer-songwriters and R&B artists and country singers. And I think the reason why you don't see a lot of people after these shows is because they get lost. They don't know that there's so much coming at you. I mean, the nights of shows, there's thousands of tweets coming in, and like you get like 5,000 Facebook requests and like crazy amounts of messages and phone calls and emails from people that you haven't heard from in a while, and it's crazy, and it's really overwhelming. And I think, you know, for some people, it's hard to handle. And also, like, where do you go from there? You know, I mean, it's my whole thing is when I got eliminated off the show, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to hit the ground running as hard as humanly possible.
And you just came out with some new recordings, got Fix This Mess?
We actually did a song, Fix This Mess, which it's for free. It's a free download on samjamesmusic.com. So make sure you pick that up. But that was kind of like we're going to release a few tracks here and there up till Valentine's Day, when we're going to do a full release of all new material that you've never heard before, and we're really excited.
How do you balance getting in kind of because you're known locally as being a great songwriter as well as a singer. Obviously, the thing that you got notoriety for originally was singing John Lennon's "Imagine." You know, how do you balance the kind of the cover songs that the national audience knows versus, hey, here's my music, here's what's coming from my heart, from my music abilities?
Well, I mean, it's hard because I'll go. Man, we've been a lot of places since I've been off the show: Philly, Atlantic City, DC, New York, Hartford, everywhere. So it's hard. Like the thing is, people come to hear those songs. Like, Imagine hit number 11 on iTunes, so people know that I've done the song. They saw it on the show. So it's not a problem when they request a song like that, because then it's like, hit them with Imagine, and here's a new song. Check it out. Yeah, it's actually nice because, people have to compare you to somebody. I mean, and it's nice. That's not the worst comparison in the world. And actually doing Imagine, it was actually the last song I sang with Scott, so it meant a lot to me, and I think the recording kind of portrayed that. So,
and someday we may be watching a show where somebody's doing a Sam James song.
That'd be great. That would be great.
You're going to play a song for us today. Tell us what you're going to play.
I'm going to play Fix This Mess, which is the free download on samjamesmusic.com, and make sure Twitter. I tweet now, which is like pretty incredible. I'm not very technological, but with the voice, it's very encouraged. So, at Sam James Music on Twitter, and you can get the song there as well. So
set the stage for us a little bit on what the song's about and how you wrote it.
Okay, so I'm a pretty happy guy, but a lot of my songs, I think the reason why I'm always in such a good mood is because I can take some things that are not necessarily going right for me, or had a bad day or something like that, and turn it into a song and kind of vent it that way. The song's kind of about a relationship where the other person kind of takes a lot from you. But there's always, in a relationship, I think there's always somebody who loves more. So I think this is one of those songs about, one person giving a little bit more.
Okay.
So.
All right. Fix This Mess by Sam James.
I've been waiting for you to hold me too. I get so lost inside of you. I've been aching so, I've been losing sleep, but I can't go slowly. If you beat everything out of me, out of my head, my best. Started with the ending. This time I will pass this test. If you ever love me, please fix this mess. I've been waiting for you to come around. I get so lost. Your breath, your sounds. I've been aching so. I've been losing sleep. Now I can't go slowly. If you be everything out of me, out of my head. All the things that I did loving you, I did my best. Started with the ending. This time I will pass this test. If you ever love me, please fix this mess. No, yeah, yeah. If you be everything out of me, out of my head. All the things that I did loving you, I did my best. Started with the ending. This time I will pass this test. If you ever love me, please, please, please. I remember when you woke up, you're still faded, giving me a reason just to end it all. No need to get choked up, I'm elated, giving me a reason just to break your fall. I can't stand another minute. We made plans, you're ruining. You wanted me to be a little bit better, well you probably should have been yourself. Remember all the times I needed you, baby, don't ever come back. Remember all the things you put me through, baby, now cut me some slack. With every little kiss, every little doubt, you thought things would be better now, and you can push me around now. I wanna take a break from speaking poison from your lips. I wanna take a break, release me from your pretty hips. And I don't give up right now, it's something I can't fix. And I want you to please feel this way. Remember all the times I needed you, baby, don't ever come back. Remember all the things you put me through, baby, now cut me some slack. With every little kiss, every little doubt, you thought things would be better now, but you can't push me around. You can't push me around now, well, I know you've never been good enough for me. Everything inside your mind I've barely figured out. I remember when you woke up, you're still faded, giving me a reason just to fall. Remember all the times I needed you, baby, don't ever come back. Remember all the things you put me through, baby, now cut me some slack. With every little kiss, every little doubt, you thought things would be better now. Said you can't push me around. Yeah. Remember all the times I needed you, baby, don't ever come back. Remember all the things you put me through, baby, now cut me some slack. With every little kiss, every little doubt, you thought things would be better now. Said you can't push me around. You can't push me around. Yeah, what? You can't push me around.